Hello everyone, it's Tilly from Tilly Jones and welcome back to my channel. It's Wednesday. I've got some sad news, and if you want to skip that, I will pop a time on the screen here for you to skip ahead. It was maybe mentioned in my last vlog. I might have popped it on screen, but I just thought I should tell you. So Monday morning I went into work and my dad sent a message to our family group chat saying Mum's had a call to go that Granny's taken a turn for the worse and we should go straight to hospital. So I set off from work back to where Granny was in hospital, and on the way my dad rang me and said she's already died. We think that they'd found her dead before they'd spoken to Mum. They don't really know what happened. She was fine. She was a normal self. They'd seen her like 15-20 minutes before and she was a normal self, and then she was quiet and they checked in on her and she'd gone. So we spent a lot of Monday staying with her. And then the last 2 days, and then I didn't go into work yesterday and I just spent the day with my family. Today was meant to be my day off this week anyway because I'm sorry. I'm working Thursday through Sunday and I'm going to try and go back to work tomorrow, but we'll see. My goal is to go into work, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Anyway, I thought I should kick this vlog off if I'm going to do it this week. I don't know whether there'll be much content. You'll know how long it is when you clicked on this. It probably is going to be a short one. I'm just really focused on my family at the moment and I haven't really decided what I'm going to do with the shop. I'm going to see how I get on today and go from there, because really I need to finalise the twinkle that's going up. That's live in the shop now. I used an old one on Sunday when I realised it was meant to be up, but I really want to do a Christmassy one and the only chance I've got is this one, because Black Friday one, if I do a twinkle in Black Friday, it won't be here on time and December's too late. So yeah, I'm going to do a red sparkle just as a bit Christmassy. So I've got that to prepare. Today I need to work out whether I'm doing new releases, and if so, I think I'm probably just going to do a set of covers, some washi and some journaling kits. I might not even do covers, I might just do washi and journaling kits depending how I got on this morning. So I'm going to try and do some business work basically, and then the aim is to the plan is to go to Yo Sushi with my mum and sister. It's my mum's mum that's died. And then we're going to a spa this afternoon to hopefully just try and have some time together and, I don't know, feel a bit better. Yeah. So that's my update and my plan for the day. And then I don't know when we'll get home or the plan for the evening, but maybe be some more business work, maybe be family time, I don't know yet. So I'm gonna try and stop crying. I feel awful today, like my mood is just on the floor. I cry every time I think about it. Like, so I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to do, but I want to keep going because that's what she'd want. She'd want us to feel sad for a bit and then she'd want us to keep going, so that's what I'm going to try and do. Right, okay, so I'm going to make the twinkle. I'm going to go through the planner orders and work out Gonna go through the planner orders and work out how many more dividers I need, stickers for dividers. If I need to make any more pages of them, I suspect I will, because most people have gone for the same foil colours. And then I'm going to try and foil the twinkle and those at the same time, whilst probably printing in the background, because that's what my life is. Alright, I'll check back in a bit later and maybe film some of the twinkles or something. But yeah, I think I was going to do like a Christmassy style one in red sparkle, but I think I'm just going to go for twinkle dot in sparkly red. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to get on now. Sorry to start this vlog off on a bit of a rubbish note, but yeah, it's life sometimes, isn't it? I also, yeah, I really don't know how long it's going to be because it's pretty much going to be today, tomorrow evening, and then I'm on long days. So anyway, I'll check back in with you a bit later. So I'm working on designing some journaling kits for Friday's new releases. So this is my journaling kit, and I thought I'd just talk you through the process. So this is my journaling kit template. I'm going to make it with this create your own happiness art. So there are 5 papers in this, so we need all 5 of those, plus got these in the wrong place, cancel. And so I want to click on the last, so I've got my 4 colours at the top, and then it starts with my layers of these torn papers. So I want to grab the last layer of my torn papers, then I want to click the 6 papers I want to put in, and then just place all of them. So I just drag them into Photoshop and place them all. And then gonna basically hide all of them except one, the last one. And then I decide where it goes. So I think I really like this pattern. It's probably one of my favourite ones. So we'll make that the big piece of torn paper at the bottom. So we find our big piece of torn paper at the bottom layer, which is actually the layer below this. And then I press Ctrl-Alt-G and make sure it's above it. I press Ctrl-Alt-G. I then press Ctrl-T to do any resizing I want to. I want as much of the green in as possible. So I'm just going to play around with where it's sitting, maybe rotate it a tiny bit. Probably rotating it a tiny bit, that's better. I like that, so I'm just going to place that there. Then we turn on the next layer. This is a really light one, so I want it a smaller one if possible. And I probably want to make it quite little, so I'm going to make it little first. And we're going to go over that bottom left one. So again, we grab the layer, move it to just above the bottom left one, and then Ctrl-Alt-G, places it, and then we just, again, have a play with how it's sitting, see if we can get it in a way we prefer it. Something like that. Yeah. Then we grab the next one, which is this book design, which again I really love. So we're going to put in this top left piece, because that's one of our other bigger pieces. So again, pull it down to below it. We're going to Ctrl-G straight away, but then we are going to make it smaller so that we get some more flowers in. Sorry about the printer. That looks like a good spot to me, so we'll leave it there. Next paper is this one here, which is the knit pattern. I feel like I'm going to wait for a sec for that and see what the other two are like. This is another pale one, so I want it little again. So this top right one maybe. And I'm probably going to try and put a flower in the top corner. Oh, shut up. It's going to keep moaning at me. Top corner there. And I'm just going to rotate it slightly. Problem is, the pale papers look a bit silly on thingy mat, so I don't know how long this is gonna go, but we'll see. And then last but not least, we've got this one here, and my computer's being dumb because it's complaining about the printer. So we're going to just move that one here. Again, Ctrl-Alt-G just to add it in, and I've tried to like line that up there, which looks good. And then for our last one, just look for the last paper, just there, and just the same thing again. I don't love how that knit pattern looks at that size, so, or at that angle, I think it'll look better sort of going along. That's a bit better. Maybe, yeah, like that. Maybe even a bit smaller. Keep going smaller. That looks better, I prefer that. Cool, so the greys and stuff aren't going to show hugely well on removable matte, so I will probably advise people to get this one in premium matte. So then we're going to choose the colours for the kit. So one of them, I want to use one of these greens. There's quite a lot of different greens, so it's like quite a colourful thing. So we're going to zoom in and we're going to choose 2 of the greens. So one of them I want to be this darker green. So we're going to click OK and choose that one, and then we're also going to switch over our colours over here and choose one of these lighter greens, which is a bit like a pukey green, but that'll be alright. So that's going to be our first two colours. So we're going to go back to fit on screen, grab our paintbrush, which we've made nice and big, and click colour 1, and then just click over it. Makes it nice peaky green. Switch to the dark green. Probably going to make that colour 3. There we go. Now we just need 2 more colours. One of them is probably going to be a grey. So again, I probably want to zoom in. We're probably going to go with the grey off here somewhere. Probably the mid grey here. And then switch around, fit on screen again. And then my last colour, probably going to be the yellowy from the middle of these flowers. So just going to have a little move around, see if we can get the best one. That's better. I would just want, I like a bit of a darker colour so that they do, if people do want them on premium removable clear matte, it doesn't look as done. So we'll just add those last 2 colours. I'm not loving that yellow though, so we're going to have a bit more of a play and try and choose a different colour. The only other colour I can see is this one here. Oops, I changed those back to black and white. Let's try maybe using this peachy colour. I feel like the peachy colour is going to be a bit, I don't know, which one's yellow? Colour 2. I think that matches better, but I don't love it. Do I do a 3rd shade of green instead? Let's just zoom in again. I'm going to keep that peachy colour there, actually. I'm going to cancel, we're going to switch those colours over. There's also this yellow here. There's that. Or there's like a lighter green here, of the lighter of the darker green. So we'll go for the lighter of the darker green there, and then we'll also pick up this yellowy colour and try those. Sometimes takes a little bit of playing with colours to be happy with it. Okay, I quite like that yellowy. That probably works best so far. And I like it better than that green. So I think they're my 4 colours. So I'm now going to sort out my printer, so I'll be back in just 1 second. Okay, so then we've got our papers and our background, our colours. So then we need some artwork. I'm not sure why my printer isn't happy yet. I have done that. We'll leave it alone. So we open up our artwork, and then we need to choose some pieces of deco. So what am I going to go with? So I probably want I want 10 to 12 pieces of deco. So I really love this table, so we'll use that. Probably use the book separately as well. Polaroid, this little stack of books. That's 4, isn't it? We'll use these candles 5. Smoothie bowl and banana 6, 7. The dog and the book 8. The pillow 9. These girl hands 10. And we want one more really. I think everything else has kind of been used. The coffee cup will do, 11. So we just grab all of those and dump them down here. I think I just failed miserably. I did. Let's undo that. Right, let's try that again. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What do I keep doing? I keep moving things very slightly. This is not something I normally faff with. Like, it's normally just dead simple, but I think it's because I'm talking through. So 1, not that book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we just copy those, grab them all, copy them down onto here. Well, we then have to right click and click paste 11 times, which is a real pain. I don't think you can place them all at once. I'd be happy if somebody does know it different to be told I'm wrong. I've put them underneath the colour, which is fine, it doesn't really matter to me. And then again, I just I grab all of the images I've just put in, Control T, and just kind of make them about the size I'm going to want them, which is about that big, like sort of deco size.
And then we click off them all and then hide most of them. All but the last one. And this is just how I prefer to work things. So there is our last one. So this is a little leaf thing. I think it'll look dumb on its own. So I actually think it'll look really nice in, like on top of this paint swatch there. I just quite like it just like that, so that's fine. Bollocks, I moved all of those at the same time, so that's a bit of a pain. So we're just going to grab all of the rest of those and just move them back into the centre. That's fine. I'm going to just print on my printer again. Why it was being unhappy, I don't know, but it's happy now. Right, so then this Polaroid I just want on its own. So I would like it a little bit bigger for a piece of deco, and we're just going to leave it there. Again, I've moved all of them at once for no real reason. So just again, going to move these back into the centre. And then we're going to stop moving them all at once. This smoothie bowl, again, looks pretty alright, just as a piece of deco. We'll just bob it up here as a piece of deco. Next one is these books. I think the books would look good layered on top of something. That works quite well. Happy there. The blanket definitely needs to be on top of something. I think it would look cute. Maybe on this green one actually. I'm going to put it on there. So what I do for this is I debate whether sometimes I want it just like that and sometimes I want it so you don't see the edges of the deco. And I quite like that. So yeah, that's that one. And then we've got another smoothie bowl. Which I might just pop to one side of this. Quite like it like there. I like that. But then I don't like this smoothie bowl being right next to it, so we're going to just move that up out of the way there. So they're not like right next to each other. We then got this pillow. Again, I might just use the pillow as its own piece of deco. These hands will look best. I accidentally rotated them all at some point. I think the hands all look really good over this grey thing, so then we just need to find the grey colour. What I sometimes do to work out which colour is which, you'd have thought I'd learn it by now, but to be honest I have to remember what control how to put them into a template every time. Okay, the cup is adorable and he's just going to go free floating. It's a piece of deco. We've got the cup of tea which can go free floating again. And then we've got the little scene which I think I want on this like that. But that means we're missing one piece of deco or something. So we just need one more thing to pull in. And I think we'll go with the open book. And pop that in. There. Just make it about the right size and place it in. I also kind of feel like I want the dog in another place, but is that a bit much? Probably. But I might do it anyway. I would really like the dog. Yeah, I'm going to do it. So we're going to pull the dog in again. Place him. Then we're going to turn him 180 degrees. We're going to make him a bit smaller, like a lot smaller. So we're going to put him over this piece of deco here. This piece of pan here. Because I think he's just a cutie and I really like him. So we've got two yellows covered, two dark greens covered, one light green and one grey. So it's like a good mix of things covered. And I think I'm happy. So that is my journaling kit. So now all I'm going to do is go File, Save It, Save As. And I, on my computer, save it in I've got a reformat, journaling kit, PSD, which is Photoshop, and we'll just call it Happiness. And then we will also file export as PNG. And again, call it Happiness. So now I'm going to go and do my last few journaling kits. So I've already done Bright, so we're going to do another one with this artwork, but using the foodier elements. And then hopefully do one or two using the coffee shop artwork from Kiddish Jess as well. So I'm going to speed up and show you me designing the rest of those. Okay, I've now got all the journaling kits designed, so I'm just going to pull them into Silhouette Studio. So I'm just grabbing the PNG file and dumping it in Silhouette Studio. That are obviously the 5 that I've designed, so there's happiness, study, this isn't necessarily the names, bright. Sometimes they take a little bit of time, particularly if you try and drag the wrong freaking file in. Yeah, well, I know that, because then it crashes. Bright, Christmas treats, and coffee shop. So that's all 5 files there. And then I'm going to grab this purple box and duplicate it by pressing Control and the arrow keys. I'm going to grab these. I'm going to turn off the cut lines, the red outline. It'll take a little second to do that. And then I'm going to click on the offset panel and click on offset and then wait for another little minute. Then I'm just going to change the distance from 0.05 to 0.1. I vary, like my scripts and icons are moving to 0.05, but the way my files are set up for these, it's just easier to leave it as 0.1 at the moment. So I'm just switching that to 0.1 and then we're just going to wait a little minute again. Okay, and then when it's done, I'm going to click off. And then we're going to just look a bit closer at each one in turn. I know there's going to be at least one mistake I need to correct because that's how this works. So what I often do is I just move the pattern out the way and look for any little holes. So there are 2 here. One I knew about, which is this one here, and there's this one here. And there's actually one on the Tilly journals as well. So there's a couple of places I just need to get rid of a tiny little cut line. So I'm going to undo so that that's back in the place. Then I'm going to grab the cut lines for the things that I want. So it's the round of that Tilly journals, the stockings, and this blue little swatch. And then I'm going to go on to this panel here, click release compound path, which essentially separates the little inner lines to the outer ones. And then just delete those. And then we can just group together all of that sheet. Then we're going to do the same thing on to the next one. So obviously the mug lines of the coffee cup are zeroed out, and I actually quite like that, so we're going to leave it alone. So the only one we have to fix here is the Tilly journals and this here, which is easy enough. You can see probably that I don't know what I'm doing, I'm grouping. Regularly accidentally click the wrong place, but I know I have because all of my design is attached together. So then we can just group all of that together and move on to the next one. And obviously there are 5 of these, so I'm just going to quickly go through the others. Silhouette Studio sometimes decides to be a little shit, so we sometimes just have to wait for it to catch up. So on this one, there's also these washi tapes, which I would much prefer to be just like one item without having that cut line in. So I'm just gonna grab a circle, pop it over that, grab those cut lines and weld them together, and then they're attached together. And we're gonna move over. It should only be those 2 places. It's just occasionally there's something a little extra that I just like to correct as well. And then on to the last one. I think I've not merged all that one. Okay, so then when I have all 5 as one image, I then want to rotate it counterclockwise by 90 degrees. And we're just going to zoom out a little bit more. Silhouette Studio is one of the most painful programs in the world to work with. Then we're just going to grab one of our purple lines, grab one of our designs, center and group, and repeat. Once we've got all 5, we're just going to grab any one of them, grab our yellow line, line it up with the top in the top right, copy it down to the bottom one, and then we are going to save as. So that one is coffee shop. I'm going to save it as that, and then we'll print it to PDF as well. We're just going to do that with each one of them in turn. But I'm about to go to the spa instead. Well, we're going to have lunch, dinner, afternoon meal. Don't know what meal it is. So I'm going to leave it here for now. Hello, happy Thursday. I've just got home from work. So Kiara come in to say hello. I'm not doing too great today, brain-wise. Grieving shit, y'all. Anyway, I really need to try and get new releases as done as possible. So I need to get these journaling kits print and cut. And I need to see where I can get to with the washi. I think I'm going to abandon the cover idea for now. I'd like to do some foiled stickers, but I don't have the time or energy or want. I'm also, I think I'm just going to do a little sale for Black Friday, so just do like a 20% off, so like the best, like that's the best I generally offer anyway. Maybe I might even do a 25% off just to be a bit more, but just like, I can't even decide whether to just do special freebies or just leave it alone. They'll probably be Valentine's themed, but I just don't have any Valentine ideas. If you've got ideas for freebies, drop them in the comments down below, but it's probably too late by the time you see this. So that's my computer all turned on, so I'm just going to get those journaling kits I was showing you printed to PDF and then printed. And then I'm going to sit and work on washi. Might try and post stickers for next week's plan with me as well, because that's the other video I have to film. And maybe even work on the monthly kits, editing them for what I need to for, yeah, that. That's kind of where I'm at. So I'm about to make dinner. I'd forgotten we were meant to be going to the pub quiz tonight. So this is, we keep our gusto meals ready and prepped, like all of the ingredients in one box. This is essentially a brisket sandwich with chips. So I suspect it takes so long because of the chips. Do I need the oven on for any reason but the chips? So if it's just the chips, we'll use the Act Fry because A, it's better for the environment and uses less energy, and B, it's quicker. So it's a win-win. So I don't know, I might, because this vlog is going to be short on content, I might chat about dinner. So I'm just going to chop the chips up first. I have got the silhouettes cut in the background, and I probably will go and try and cut the last bits. A couple of things miscut, so I need to go and reprint those afterwards as well. I just would really like those new releases to be ready, other than like sticking stickers on the washi. That's kind of where I'd like to be at, because I can do that intermittently in the evenings probably. So I'm just going to cut up my last, what do I have to do? Chunky chips, vegetable oil. Yeah. Basically it's these that take the time. So once we've got this on, things will be a bit easier. So got our chips cut up. I'm going to go shove those in the air fryer with some oil. Okay, so they're in the air fry. Heat a wide base pan with olive oil. Add the fabled mushrooms. Cool. So, wide base pan. I need a handle. I freaking love our new pans, by the way. Really recommend the removable handle Tefal pans. I think they're in Techno. We got them as a wedding present. We offer it one of my bridesmaids' sweater, who we've both known since uni. Got us them. So that is heating, and then do I just add like this? Excellent. That's easy. Cool. As soon as I put these, so then it says whilst that's cooking, cut your cucumber half into rounds. Okay, but this is excessive packaging. We have plastic here, and then like, I presume it's because the end isn't protected of this, but also like so. Too much packaging, Gusto, do not approve. That is like the one thing I don't like about Gusto is like excessive packaging often. So I'm meant to cut these into rounds. I'm just going to remove that tiny bit of cucumber at the top. And then, I don't know how thick a round. I'm going to try and cut them relatively thin, but I'm not very good at cutting things thin. So there's that. I'll probably get bored about a quarter of the way through anyway. As predicted, I got lazier as we got closer to the end. Oh, I meant to have done some other things. When did I cut up? Oh yes, peel and finely slice the brown onion. Cool. This is all meant to be while my mushroom is cooking. I know these go into a small bowl, so I might do that now. Got a bowl here to put my cucumber into. I'm pretty sure like there's a quick pickle for it. My pan's probably hot now, so I'm going to put my mushrooms in and shut the door because of smoke alarms. Then I'm going to cut up my onion. So how I cut up onion is I peel it with the skin on. Like I peel it without cutting it. After cutting it half, I peel it. Oh my god, words. And then you have to be a little bit careful doing this bit. But essentially I cut it in half that way, but not all the way through to the end, just like most of the way through. And I've cut my finger doing that before, which is why I now do it towards a chopping board, not just in the air. And that's how I got the scar on my index finger. So top tip there, don't do it in midair. I'm going to just do the same on this one. Then I cut off the ends, like the top end, but leave the end that holds it together on, and then slice the other way, this is for dicing, into thin slices. There. And once I've done that, I cut the other way, and you have diced onion that holds itself together, so it's dead easy. When you get right to the end, if you've not done it very well, you can turn it on its end and cut off the last little bit. You're like barely left with any waste at all. onion chopped. I'm going to give my mushroom a stir because I can hear them, smell them burning a little bit, and we don't want that. It does say to char them, to be fair, but I think that's a bit too charred. It's been like completely burned in it here. It's actually really smoky in here. Good. Just going to open the window a little bit. And then I'm meant to peel and grate the garlic. Grating it seems like a lot of effort and dirtying something for no reason, but that's what it tells me to do. It does specifically say don't chop. So we will. Not gonna lie, grating the garlic just seems like a way to waste loads of it, but that is what it is. There's my little pile of grated garlic. Just chopping up the extra bit that didn't get grated. And it's some very garlicky garlic. Right, once that's done, I'm meant to add the sliced onion along with a pinch of sugar and a generous grind of black pepper. The onion is in. I'm going to spray a bit more oil in because the table mushroom has soaked it up. So then with this cucumber, we're meant to add the white wine vinegar and a quarter of the whole grain mustard, which is going to be a salt and salt. Oh my god. Ugh. What have I done to that lid? That's probably closer to half, but it'll be right. And a pinch of sugar again, which I don't have, and then give everything a good mix. This is your quick pickled cucumber. I don't know why I'm mixing it before I put the sugar in, given I'm going to have to mix it again, but I'll put sugar in that in a minute. Then I want a ramekin for my vegan meal, where I'm going to add half the garlic, half the grated garlic, and a grind of black pepper. I'm then meant to oven my ciabattas, which is a bit annoying because I haven't put the oven on yet because I didn't read that far and I didn't think I needed it. So that's kind of annoying. But we will put the oven on briefly for the ciabattas. And then I probably need to stir my onions are still goldening up, so I'm just waiting a minute. So I need a teaspoon of flour, my Henderson relish, soy sauce, grated garlic, mustard, and 200 ml of boiled water. Hey Google, turn on the kettle.
Sorry, it looks like that device hasn't been set up yet.
Hey Google,
You can do that.
turn on the kettle. Thank you. Okay, so then in my pan I add the rest of my mustard, my garlic, where's my spoon gone? Soy sauce. Probably should have added the water first. I need 300 ml of boiled water. I reckon's about that. I did just guesstimate that. Cool. My Henderson's relish. Not quite sure. Which, if you've never heard of Henderson's relish, it's essentially an alternative to Worcestershire sauce that's vegetarian slash might be vegan. I assume it is vegan because I assume this dish is vegan. I don't really know how this is opened because it's just spurting everywhere. And then I meant to add some flour to that and then it will reduce down. So there's more flour. Okay. So now I just wait for my dinner to my brisket stuff to reduce and my chips to cook. I'm trying to should have already put the flour in before the water. A bit more because now I've just got a lump of flour in. So we'll leave that reducing and I will check back in with you when it's finished. Okay, so here is the finished look. So you're meant to open the ciabatta, put the brisket and some of the pickled cucumber in and then serve with the chips and mayo. So yeah, that's our dinner. that is it for this week's vlog. You just watched me pull out the washi that is going to be released on Friday and start to stick stickers on it. I'm not ready for Friday's release yet, but I will be. Tomorrow is going to be a bit of a catch-up day, so that'll be fun. Not. But that will be in next week's vlog. Tune in next week, yeah, for that. Thank you for watching. Comment, like down below if you enjoyed this video, and I will leave you with a little video of my baby cats.
She's eating floor rice.
Because you know, cats apparently like coconut rice. Kiara. Nala. Thank you for watching. Bye.